And my official stretcher is Landon, and I'd never seen his face because we had to be masked up indoors until yesterday.
Turn around.
Did it happen in slow motion? He pulled it down and turned towards you.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Yeah.
Your eyes wide open looking at him.
Biggie was saying yesterday, wouldn't it be horrible if he didn't have a chin and
no teeth.
no teeth?
Oh, you're not what I was expecting.
I've been stretching you for how many weeks now?
I walked in and I said, Landon, can we take off these masks?
Show it to me.
Let's do it. And the guy behind the counter was like, gross. You guys get out of here. He goes, you guys can go breathe all over each other now. Go ahead. Pretty close quarters when they spread.
That's an intimate procedure.
Did it change the dynamics now that you can see him?
It was a little awkward at first.
Was it?
We had to get over that rush of, oh, there it is. There he is. There I am. And, your faces are right together at times.
I bet.
Because he stretches you now. And he, when he does my glutes especially, he just, right.
Thanks, have you popped?
Now you're relegated to smelling each other's breath and not just your own.
That's right. And, but it was nice. It was a nice thing, to finally... We saw each other.
Was that what our friend Sean Jones was saying during the comedy show?
God, he was funny.
The one thing the mask revealed how bad our own breath is.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? God.
I never knew it smelled like
I had no idea.
It's appalling.
Yes.
Just walking through stores is that me? It's me.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, if you haven't brushed your teeth, it's the middle of the afternoon. You haven't brushed them since early morning. It's like,
God, and sometimes
what the hell's been in there?
I'll get back in the car and put the same mask on. It's like, oh my God, this is horrible. This is awful. And I've got it's me. It's my breath. Terrible. We mentioned that Pfizer drug yesterday. I had read an article on that it would reduce hospitalization and death 89%. And you heard that. That's really good news. I read about that they had a group that got the drug and a group that got the placebo. And, they kept them on it for however long. And they all had COVID. And they put half of them on the new drug and half of them just got the placebo. And 10 people that got the placebo died. And nobody that got the drug died. So that was part of the...
died from a sugar, or they have diabetes?
No, they died from COVID.
Because they got
the placebo and they died. And I thought, man, drug companies, they have to do that. But it's just luck of the draw. Who lives and who dies? It's just like drawing straws because, they had 2,000 people with COVID and 10 of those, 1,000 didn't get the drug and 10 of them died.
That's the experimental part of
exactly.
Anything like that.
You have to do it, but I
think there was a child that died when they did the child trials.
The trials? I just thought, man, that's unreal. Anyway, it's just like, does it fall to you? It's like rolling the dice if you get it or you don't. And I thought, can you just give it to all of them and just see?
Was that the shot?
That's not the way it works. No, it's not. No, it's a pill. It's a pill.
Yeah.
And it's done really well so far. That starts a Demm report.
Well, a woman in California is under some fire this morning for taking a dump. I know what you're thinking. So what? Who cares? Everybody does it. The problem is she is a DoorDash. Check it, former DoorDash driver. The current title for worst DoorDasher in all of California is now up for grabs. Previous title holder no longer working. She dropped off a food order in an apartment building in Brentwood when she stopped in the lobby and took a dump right there. Of course, it's all on surveillance cameras. To her credit, the woman tried to aim for a trash can that was there, but left a nasty mess behind.
In a trash can?
All around.
Around the trash can?
Yes.
Was there no bathroom, in the lobby of the hotel?
It's an apartment building. So, no, I don't think so.
And here we are. We've had this before where delivery drivers say, I have no time. I can't. But she just let fly in a trash can. There's no excuse for it.
No, I don't think so.
It's just being done.
No. A resident called the building manager. She notified the authorities and DoorDash. A flabbergasted Lisa Stanley is the building manager. She talked to Fox 11 about what she saw.
What I saw, I could not unsee. I was flabbergasted at what I saw. She let it go. I mean, that saying, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And boy, did she ever. You're 4 steps away from outside where there's a bush. Or your car, or I don't know, but not in the lobby of a Brentwood apartment building.
This is Brentwood.
She speaks for all of us.
Of course she does. Now, I'm reading that she is a radio host on K-Earth 101 in Los Angeles. Yes, Lisa Stanley, who is a radio host on K-Earth.
Oh, she's the customer. Never mind, not the building.
That's right. She's the customer. She's the customer. And she watched it. She saw the video and said, my God.
This is a health issue. You have a human being who's taking a poop in the middle of her job in a lobby of an apartment building and then resuming her job, which is delivering and touching food.
Now, but she really doesn't touch the food. She touches the boxes that are sealed.
Boxes in the bag.
Still, I mean,
That's the
God.
idea behind it.
From what I have seen from the video, the dasher, the dumping dasher, she kind of took her top and wrapped it around her midsection, I guess. She didn't really clean up per se, just left a mess in the lobby, and then walked out of the building. Lisa, the DJ, and the customer who ordered the DoorDash contacted DoorDash, and they said, "This is against our policy."
You think?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Good to know.
Let's check here. Turns out this is against our policy.
Yeah.
Let me look here. Oh, yeah. It's against our rules.
So she also, Lisa, got her DoorDash order refunded and an additional $20 in her DoorDash account, as well as the Dasher's tip. She lost her tip. To their credit, whoever the reporter was from Fox 11 who spoke with Lisa Stanley said, "Would you have let the driver use your toilet had she asked?" And Lisa said, "I might."
Couldn't commit, like most radio persons.
Like most.
Right? Couldn't commit. I would let the DoorDash.
No, I don't. I think you say that, but I don't think
I've done it.
I think in the abstract.
you've let a delivery person use your bathroom.
Yes, I've let people there on my porch use my bathroom. Like pizza guys have come in and used my bathroom before.
I would never
Were
be
you single?
so ballsy.
No, I was not single. I did not mind that. I don't know why people have such a problem with that. My wife
Because you
does.
never know who you're letting in your building.
Yeah, that's. I had one guy one time ask. It was actually a Grubhub DoorDash driver, and I was like, "No, man,
You wouldn't let him use your bathroom.
hell no."
I feel like you can trust almost anyone. Maybe I'm too trusting because I do, and I have. I mean, probably twice or three times when they want to. They've asked to come in, and I've let them come in. There was a girl that wound up on my porch one time.
Me too.
Wanting to. She wanted to use the phone before cell phones were such a thing, and I let her come in and use the phone. She's like 15. She said, I don't know why she was even in the neighborhood, but she said she needed something. It was late at night, like, I say like 9 o'clock. And I let her come in and use the phone. I don't know why.
What was the
but I do.
policy back in the old day, Biggs, when you used to be in the pizza game?
Never go in someone's house. It's still that policy.
You're not allowed to go.
But what if you got to go and you're out in the rural
That's what a
area?
gas station's for. I mean, that's you stop on your own.
Yeah.
We were always told. Now, of course, some people did.
Yeah.
I'm sure we were always told, don't go in the customer's house ever.
Right. I don't know. I feel like it's the least you can do to give somebody a help.
And if you're the delivery person, I mean, you don't know who you can trust either.
Well,
When
right.
you
Well,
go
that's just
into
it.
someone's house.
Yeah. Oh, because you'd have people open the door and say, "Well, come on in," and I never did. I always felt so weird about it.
About
I'd
being
be like,
in somebody's
"No, I
home.
don't want." Yeah, because you're asking for any type of. They could say you stole something. They can do something to you.
Yeah.
It just wasn't worth it. I'd say, "No, I'm good." They'd say, "Oh, well, step inside while I go get the money." No, I'll just wait out here.
Even if it's a rainstorm, even if it's late
Yeah.
at night, even
Hailing,
rain.
cats and dogs.
I guess I'm from an era and a small town where we didn't mind that,
Just a small town girl.
Yeah. I mean, y'all are probably smart. You're probably right not to do it or let anybody do it, but I just always feel like you can trust.
Would that policy work with your current family situation?
My wife wouldn't like it for sure. She would never let.
Would you let your kids let a driver in?
No, you wouldn't.
If your son's getting pizza delivered by himself, you guys are out. Theoretically, you're out on a Saturday night.
That's in theory.
That's just a theory. Obviously, it's not a real world application.
Last year, my son was home from school because of COVID for most of the year. Few times we had just moved into the house not that much earlier. We were having work done. He let them in. They were in the house. He was in the house.
For me, contractors, people you're paying to do work at your house, to me, that changes the equation.
Agreed.
And rather than someone who's just there to drop off something.
Exactly. Very different. Somebody's working. Yeah, absolutely. Use the bathroom.
But haven't you technically made a contract with this person to deliver food to your house, just as you've made a contract with the person to paint? It is a little different. To
You're
me.
not paying the person directly often.
Or paying them to hang out in your house for 6-8 hours.
Well, right. But my wife had a little bit of a problem with that. She's like, we're going to let our 16, 15-year-old son let painters in with us not home. And I said, yeah, because they're coming in the morning.
It's also different with boys.
I would have felt
classic double standard.
It would have. I do have,
and that's okay.
Yeah, I'm double standard.
I would have trusted my boy more than anybody around my daughter.
Me too. Jenny, you're talking about letting somebody into the house. Would you do it if they needed to use the bathroom? Would you do it?
Good morning, guys. P1.
Thank you.
Hey, no, I was telling Biggie, I said, it's not just a safety issue. It's what if they left something behind, like crabs or something?
Oh, crabs.
That's what gets
Crabs,
me.
yeah. All of a sudden,
it.
you wind up with crabs. You got some explaining to do.
Gonorrhea on the toilet seat.
Right. That's a good
I got it
point.
from the toilet seat, honey. The pizza guy was here.
We've all seen it.
What a great point.
Get out of my house.
Like my wife's going to believe that.
Taking the kids and going to my sister's.
Thank you, Jenny. Oh, that's a good point. I don't know, Dave. You're country strong, just like you growed up country, just like me.
Nobody came to our house.
No locks on the doors.
Would you? And no lock. We didn't lock the doors when I was a kid. You wouldn't let anybody in. Still today. You would.
I guess if somebody, it depends. If it was a delivery person, I might let him in.
I would too. I would.
I don't have kids around or anything. That's,
Right.
And if they want to steal something, then
Let me ask you this: would it make a difference if it was a guy my size with neck tattoos versus a 18-year-old girl? You know who
they're
is-
delivering
and they're delivering
food?
pizza. Yeah.
No.
I don't mean either. I'd let them all in.
At this point, I think 10 years ago I wouldn't have.
I would. Dexter, you're talking about letting somebody into your house. Go ahead.
So more than once in my youth, if the pizza guy got there too early, I'd invite him in and smoke him out. Especially if when you open the door, he could smell you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in, bud. You know, hey, take a toke here.
Smoke them out, yeah. Giving some marijuana cigarettes you're talking about. Biggie said that used to happen a lot, that you'd be offered marijuana, sex, whatever it might be.
I ain't got no money for a tip, but I
Right.
can give you a toke.
Yeah.
No, they'd offer you, try to get you high to just pay for the pizza.
Pay for the pizza.
And I'm like, dude, you ordered $50 worth of pizza. I don't want your cheap weed.
How many of the pizza delivery drivers took you up on your offer for a toke?
Every single one.
That sounds about right, too.
That's a 100% ironclad guarantee. Mortal lock.
I will say, when I got told, when I would say no, they would stare at me.
Like, what?
Like you're the only one. Because I'd be like, I want the money.
Yeah.
Same thing with girls. Girls would be like, I'll show you my boobs for a pizza. I'm like, your boobs aren't worth $50.
It's coming out of my pocket.
Yeah, I got to pay for it.
Thanks, Dexter.
Well, those boobs are.
Some boobs are worth $50.
Apparently it happens a lot, obviously. Jeremy, you're talking about delivery drivers. Go ahead.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a delivery driver, but one day I happened to be busy. I'm a photographer. I was doing some work on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
My dog barks, and I look out the front door, and I see the mail lady leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she stops in the middle of our driveway. We live on a farm, and it's about a quarter-mile-long driveway. She stops, and I was like, oh, maybe she forgot something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting and watching from the front door, getting my package off of the front porch. She opens the back door of her car. She opens the front door of her car, and she squats and she urinates in the middle of our driveway, broad daylight.
Okay, right. And did you call her out on this? Did you tell her superiors?
We, a couple months later, ended up having to call because, like, she put a package in our driveway mailbox, and it was sticking out into the road. It was an umbrella that was 3 feet long.
I see.
And she stuck it straight in the mailbox and it was sticking out in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
She come to my face and actually said, I can't believe that you told them everything I've done.
Mm-hmm. And how did you respond to that?
And I just looked at her and said, you peed in our driveway.
Yeah.
And she turned around and got back in the car.
Yeah, I mean, when you see it happen like that, that's
It's impressive that she could turn the tables like that on you.
Can't believe you told everything. Thanks, Jared.
Umbrella in the mailbox.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Yeah. One more quick call. Ty, talking about letting somebody into your house. I would do it. I would be that person. I'd be kind to bring them in, let them use the bathroom. Go ahead, Ty.
I worked with a guy here in North Carolina, and at 7 a.m, a young girl showed up on his porch crying and begging for help.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he opened the door, 2 guys came running up out of the bushes, slammed him on the ground, tied him up, and stole everything he owned. It was a setup.
Oh, my God.
Didn't that happen to you, Kelly?
Yeah, the
Then
girl.
there was in there crying girl in your
crying girl.
portico?
Yeah, but I let her in, and she used the phone.